Yes, you sure YouTube. Welcome back to the channel with some more Carx Street PC. Now guys, the game is phenomenal. I'm absolutely in love with this game. It's a game that I've been missing to play, and I can't believe that we've got something like this available. So we can bring you guys amazing content because the game's absolutely fantastic. It gets a 10/10 from me. So guys, with this video, really what I wanted to do is I've put quite a bit of time into Carx Street PC. We've done all the C1 Wild Juniors club races. We've done all the C1 Union Underground races. We've done all the C2 Canjo Spirit races, and we have completed all of Street Hunters C3 races, and we are now onto the Elite races. I wanted to give you guys some helpful hints, tips and advice. So if you're just starting out in Carx Street PC, whether using a controller or a racing wheel, here at the channel we use a Logitech G920. I do all my driving in games on a Logitech G920. I just can't drive with a controller anymore. I don't enjoy it at all. So these are the best sort of like hints, tips and advice I can give you for Carx Street. Whether you've been playing it for a while, or you've just started playing it, or you haven't got the game yet and you're looking at getting the game and you want to know what's the best place to start, what things you need to know. So yeah, if you're enjoying the videos, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I do try to respond back to every comment as soon as I've seen them. As you've seen with the previous videos, with my Honda Integra Type R DC5, if I go over to tuning, I wanted to see how far I could take this car in the game, so I kept that in mind with the build process. With the transmission, parts are very expensive when it comes to having to use in-game credits and then also your street coins. When it came to the actual gearbox, most of these cars from the lower tiers do come with 5-speed gearboxes. Obviously if it's an older car it will have a 5-speed gearbox. It's entirely up to you when it comes to preference. If you are looking at building your car for the long haul, I would suggest swapping the gearbox to a T50S with a 6 gear ratio, which is a sports. Not the T60, which is just a 6 gears. The T50S 6 gear ratio sports. It is going to cost you street coins and not cash, but it's one of the best upgrades or starting upgrades if you are looking at taking one of your favourite cars further on into the game and building it up into a higher class, so like a C4, a C5 or a C6. At the moment I'm not sure, as we're still in the build process for the Integra, exactly what it'll max out at in classes. We are still running the K20 stock engine. It is not running a turbo at the moment, and I'm not sure until the final stages of the game and to take it into the final class that it can reach. That's probably when I'll be adding the turbo. Again guys, if you want to add a turbo early on, that's probably going to be your own personal preference, but we do prefer the VTEC, the NA, so that's why we've left the turbo off this build. Once you've done your transmission swap to a 6-speed gearbox, I would suggest going in, and again we're using the Ultimate, which is the GIGABYTE gearbox. This is fully customizable. Again, where we can, as we have had to keep this car for a C3 class, where we can go for the Ultimate, we will go for the Ultimate. Again guys, this is for building your cars for the longer haul. Some of these parts are worth putting on at the beginning when you buy your car, instead of wasting your money on a lesser, inferior gearbox and then finding out later on that you are going to have to do an actual transmission swap to gain an extra gear ratio or two, depending on what the car is and how you are building it. So again guys, pay attention to your gearbox, the overall potential of the car that you're building and how far you want to take that car in the game, so exactly what class you want to build the car up to. Stock fuel is absolutely fine for doing the majority of the races, and again the sport fuel in my opinion is personal preference, and if you want to splash out the 400 CR a litre then by all means do that. When it comes to tyres, again depending on class, you really need to match your tyre compound with the class of car. At the moment the Integra Type R DC5 is 279 horsepower and it weighs 1122 kg. It's still front wheel drive, still naturally aspirated K20. We was running the sport tyres, which literally are 4,500 CR. For this tune and this build, the perfect tyre compound is racing. I've noticed that when these tyres get to like 50% for the racing tyre, they're ready for the bin and you have to replace them. The overall handling difference between the Sport Plus and the racing is massive. It's absolutely massive. It feels like a completely different car. When it comes to fast travelling and travelling from an event, travelling to customisation, car dealership and so forth, you can drive there, but driving there is going to use a lot of fuel. Some of the races are pretty far away from where you've finished your last race. I'm going to exit out of this screen now guys, and we're going to go in and I'm going to show you my profile really quickly. Overall in Carx Street PC, I've played 17 hours and 17 minutes in game. So just to reflect my game time, to reflect my actual in-game level, the money that I've generated so far, coins, this is all my bank that I've generated, cars owned 9, my favourite car is the DC5 Honda Integra Type R, we've completed 4 elite races, top speed in this car 273 kilometers an hour, it's my fastest one. Single races completed 75. Silver spent on tuning 500,000. Gold spent on tuning 176. Now silver and gold, silver represents CR, which is your in-game credits. Gold is represented by your street coins, so that's how much in-game credits have been spent, which classed as silver. That's how much street coins in-game has been spent, that's classed as gold. Silver spent on styling, as you can see guys, styling's a lot cheaper than performance upgrades. I mean the total that we've earned in-game credits so far since we've been playing, 1,765,809 credits. When it comes to actually working out the best way to grind money in the game as well, I have noticed that when you start going up in level and you get into level 20 and up, you'll be getting a decent amount of CR for going up in level and a decent amount of gold coins for going in, sorry, street coins, your gold, for going up in level. With the time attacks, for the time that it'll spend actually investing in to trying to hit a top 10, a top 50, a top 100, top 250 or top 500. For now, I'm not really bothering with these. And again, if you, as an individual, want to try and grind these to get these, you can, but I wouldn't suggest it starting off. I'd suggest hitting your sprint races, in between hitting your clubs, so C1 Wild Juniors, C1 Union Underground. There's 19 races in this one, there's 15 races in this one, and they're a combination of circuit races and sprints. I chose this, then this, then this, and this to get to where we are at the moment. I'm hoping you're finding some helpful hints and tips so far from this video. If you are, guys, please smash the like button, please smash the subscribe button. Every like and subscriber does help the channel grow so much. I want to say a big massive thank you to all existing subscribers who've been here from .day. Thank you guys so much. I want to say a big massive shout out to all the new subscribers who subscribed over the last few weeks and months. Again, thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate the support that all of our subscribers show us. Big shout out to you guys. When it comes to getting the best out of the actual engine and out of your performance upgrades, there is quite a difference with builds. As I say, you are going to have to mix and match engine parts, so ECUs with camshafts, with fuel systems. As you can see, we have no cylinder head upgrades, no engine block upgrades on this, and the fuel system's a really basic fuel system. Again, I had to do this to mix and match. So again, guys, this is going to be personal preference, but when it comes to getting the most and best performance out of the engine, the ECU is one of the most important things. So whether you're going to splash out on a 31,200 credit racing ECU free with tunable, or the Elite, or the Ultimate, as long as it's got a tuning cog, then you're good to go. And again, guys, this is all going to depend on how much and where you're willing to take your car in the game. So if you're willing to take it up a class, build with going up in class in mind. If you're keeping it a lower class, I would say that this ECU is a must. Any tuning potential to get extra performance out of the engine is really, really valuable. When it goes into transmission, again, guys, always pay attention to what is tunable. Pay attention to what car class you are willing to take your car up to. Again, this is C3 and we're pretty much at the max of a C3. We're still running 17s on this at the moment. Front tyres, this way you can pick your tyre compound. Now, if you come into here, you will get Elite Stretch plus 10. I'll just show you what they look like. Crazy. Again, all tunable, but tunable for PSI. And other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for my sort of top 5 tips. We started off picking your car, knowing what class you want to build it up to, keeping that higher car class in mind for the build process when it comes to selecting your performance upgrades, stock fuel over sports fuel to save on cash, teleporting instead of driving. Again, personal preference, but you will use more fuel driving to race and to and fro race. Matching your tyre compounds. Again, guys, racing seemed to be alright up to a C3. Quick little tips on grinding your cash. And it's one of them games, guys, where you are gonna get as much out of the game as what you put into it. So by all means, hit the C1, C1 again, C2, C3. And when it comes to the C3, what I've noticed by going around the actual map and having a look at the events and the different club races and the leagues that exist, C3 seems to be quite a large field for racing. Street Hunters is a C3, you'll have 19 races. Falcons Outlaws, you're going to have 19 races, that's a C3. Down over here, you're going to have, this is rear wheel drive, so I'll have to build a Pacific car for this. But at the moment guys, C3 seems to be the widest car class that has the most racing involved in it. So that's why I'm focusing on the C3 at the moment. This is a restriction of a rear wheel drive, which is pretty cool. And we've not got into any building drift cars yet. I've been looking through for a base drift car. So stay tuned for a drift build at some point when we do find the perfect car to make a build out of. And again guys, if you're enjoying the video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. I think that's about it really guys for this video. I thought you've got some interesting information, some little hints and tips. I'm a racer over a drifter, so this is Carx Street PC guide for beginners from a street racer's point of view over a drifter's. So again guys, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Happy racing, stay safe, peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.